to cut everybody off. Like that.
But I told you, I don't think that's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man said he's a show.
She aged like cheese.
You got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.
I'm about to say it ain't gonna give it to me, but what's up? What's going on? What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another Sunday edition of the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. What's happening, Chris? Got a new movie for y'all tonight. Yeah, got a new movie for y'all tonight. What's up, Keisha? So just to make this clear, I know a lot of y'all have been putting like movies in the Discord. We're trying to get more of the newer movies. What's up, Josh? We're trying to get more of the newer movies. That way, like once we get to the end of the year and we're doing our season recap, it's a little easier for us because we've gone over a lot of the newer things that are out. So we appreciate like the older movies and we will get to them, I promise you. But since the year was so slow as far as like new movies, as far as good movies go, we want to try to get some new stuff out there. And that's just want to put that out there, but we definitely appreciate all of the suggestions that come. But before we get into this new movie, let's go ahead and introduce the show. What's up, everybody? We'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. I'm your host, Rashad, aka Clovis Horatio McWiggleton.
It's a big can, 2 G's, 2 N's. No problem.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka Brad Lemius L. Bartholomew Dribbleheimer. Sidebar. If you take 3 hot dogs, mash them up, and press them down, what do you get?
A bologna pancake.
The goddamn bologna pancake.
Stop. Another sidebar. Don't believe none of that. Can I cuss now? I gotta wait a couple minutes. Gotta wait a few minutes. Can I cuss or I gotta wait a few minutes?
Brother, what you about to say?
Nothing really crazy. Don't believe none of that shit that y'all hearing about this Indiana lingo. It's been going all over my timeline. We do not say the stupid stuff that you're hearing. It is dumb. It is dumb. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but now you got like people like DDG are saying that Indiana got weird lingo. We do not say the bullshit that y'all hearing. Bro, that got me so hot, bro. First, it was like a couple of little people saying, I'm like, all right, whatever, y'all don't know nothing. But I want to see people like DDG, people who have millions of subscribers talking about, man, Indiana weird. I got some weird lingo. We don't say that stupid shit.
I am completely unaware of what is
because y'all don't, man, listen, because I'm from Indiana, so it's like it was just all about FYP. But so there was 2 guys here from here talking about Indiana says things like, you my, when they see their homies, you my dick, and yeah, bro, yes, bro. We don't say you my friend, we say you my D. What? No, this man is wild, bro. But I mean, when I say they have millions of views off this shit, people been saying, talking about Indiana and the bad name, talking about y'all got some wild slang. It's disrespectful, bro. It's been real disrespectful, bro. I'm gonna send y'all some of this shit. Y'all gonna be like, big kid. Y'all probably gonna be like, bro, this what y'all doing up there?
That sounds disrespectful.
Nah, I'm
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
on that. But
but I wasn't gonna say nothing to like super like real mainstreams with millions of followers started disrespecting this type of boy. I ain't going to Indiana. Y'all wild, nah, bro. I don't like that thing,
that's a weird lifestyle to be in. But
bro.
anyway,
Yeah, wow.
what's up, y'all? So today we are going to be talking about the Thursday Murder Club, directed by Chris Columbus, not to be confused with the man that falsely discovered America. The movie streaming on Netflix. It came out in 2025. It is the adaptation of a book. Believe it or not, I listened to the audio version of this book, which is actually really good. I didn't know they were gonna make a movie about this, but yeah. When I heard about the cast, I was instantly in. You got Helen Mirren, you got Pierce Brosnan, Bean Kingsley, Celia Imrie. I think that's how you say her name. Also, you have characters like David Tennant and Naomi Aki. Um, and for the most part, it's a really dope who done it. Um, it's not on the level that you would think of like a Knives Out, but it does have some really interesting moments in it. You put a suggestion in the wrong box. Stop putting stuff in the wrong box, girl. Anyway, uh, at is it Coppers or Coop? I forgot. It was Coppers. I think it was Coppers. At Coppers Chase, an upscale retirement community, 4 residents meet every Thursday to crack cold case files for fun. They just did this. Elizabeth, a retired spy, Ron, an ex-union leader, Ibrahim, however you say his name,
Whatever
a
you
former psychiatrist, and Joyce, a retired nurse. Their hobby becomes real when the developer involved in threatening their home is killed. A newer resident, Joyce's daughter, and a bored young police officer, Naomi Aki, join their cause. They band together to unearth the conspiracy involving property greed, hidden identities, and long buried secrets, all while sipping tea and navigating life's later years with dignity and wit. I can't talk today. This cozy caper balances mystery, humor, and heartfelt character moments in a picturesque setting, a gentle murder mystery that is more about companionship and purpose than red herrings and shocks. And I
Real
think
good.
that for me, what's happening, JJ? I think that for me is what kind of didn't sell the movie for me. Um, it was more about their relationship than like the cases for the most part. Um, like I said, when it comes to like stories like this, bro, I don't really care about the story. Get to the action. Get to the because when you look at a film like Knives Out, um, and you compare it to this, you don't you see where they could be compared, but then you see the dissimilarities between the two. And while it did keep me interested for the most part, I got out a few times and I was like, oh, okay, I'll
I'm
get
like,
back in.
I got lost. Well, not lost, but the difference between Knives Out had more character developed. They went into each character's story. This one, I was waiting to see what did this lady do? Like, is she really like what did I want to see each individual, what made
Yeah.
them all come together and what was their real specialty other than
Mm.
just them just saying what they did. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some backstory.
If you
That's
ever
why
get
I
a
was
chance
looking
to read the
forward to
book,
that.
you'll see more into the book. The book goes into like a lot more detail.
Okay. But I was curious to what she really did. I was like, but she just kept saying different things. I'm like, all right, that
What
would
was
have
your
I think
let's get y'all initial reactions. Like, what was your initial reaction, Mo?
uh, I feel like the premise of the movie was predictable. Like you got these elderly folks who they really need something to occupy their time and to keep them like active in a just to have something to do, and they already dedicated Thursdays to just looking into like murder mysteries from like old newspapers and shit like that. So the fact that this is something that they were doing, and then they just happened to stumble upon an actual murder that happened in real time, and said, you know what, now we're gonna jump on this. Like I kind of you can see that element coming.
Mhm. I can understand that.
Like, of course, something is going to happen in real life that correlates with a hobby that they've dedicated a day of the week to. So now it's like, oh shit, now we really get to go, you know what I'm saying, go hard on trying to figure this out. But I mean, aside from that, I I don't think the movie had to be 2 hours long, but
Agreed.
you know, it was cool.
What about you, Ken? What were your initial like
Um,
thoughts to it?
I got confused. I'm like, bro, how did the old murder from 1,000 years ago tie into this murder to this thing? And I'm saying like, bro, okay, all right, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what kind of was like, all right, bro, that's a hell of a coincidence. You know,
Hmm.
that's a hell
Yeah,
of a wiki dink. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
All of a sudden that he did this, but that I kind of was like, that's a little far fetched. That you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because it would have made more sense but he had to get rid of him to save Grace to save his wife from a murder that happened 77 years ago.
Hmm.
But it so happened to be somebody who I kind of got lost in. So this is one of the movies to me that you got to watch twice to actually get to like, okay, all right, okay, I see where they were going. But me only watching it one time, I feel like it got to be all over the place towards the end
Hmm.
because it was like I was like, I don't know what's going on with these passports. Okay, hold on, like wait, and then the old man he got the whatever I mean dementia, but he could tell dude is a killer. But then he goes back, and I'm like, all right, bro, listen, I got lost. I think it was
Yeah.
all. It started losing me towards the end because there was too much going on at one time.
Yeah.
I think that's my consensus. Like what a lot of what both of y'all said. Like I enjoyed the characters and the
That's
actors more than I enjoyed the actual film itself. Like I got lost a lot, and then me getting lost made me like not stop watching, but stop caring what was going on the screen. So it was like when
and
something happened, I was like, "Oh wait, what? How, huh? Why is the son getting
yeah,
arrested?"
that's.
I
But
was
I
like,
didn't rewind it. I rewinded it. I've never rewinded a movie so much in my life. I had to rewind to see what happened. Like, wait, what happened here?
"Yeah,
Rewind. What happened?
yeah." I was like, "Wait, the son got arrested? Wait, what happened? What is this? Who is this detective dude? I don't know what's going on. Who is this black woman and why is she here? Why is her car getting repoed? Like, like? It was just so much like so. It was a lot going on, but it wasn't. They didn't do it in a way where it kept your interest in the way that it happened. So like usually like in movies like this, like especially in like like a suspense thriller, um there's things that catch you and like you like oh snap, like what, like, and you go back to it. But I don't think that this movie had that, and I feel like if the actors that were in here weren't in here, it would have been worse. um because like in all honesty,
That's
the actors
facts.
were just aura farming in this. Like
That's facts.
they were just reaching like back and like pulling from like past experiences and just talent.
That's all
Because
it was. Yeah.
yeah, because like anytime Pierce Brosnan came on screen, like he has this and I saw it when he was in Shazam. He doesn't
It's
really
a
have to do much.
It
It's
has
like it's
innate
like
ability just to
Denzel.
capture your attention.
Facts.
He has this innate ability to capture your attention as soon as he hits the screen. There's very few actors that can do that. Pierce
Yeah,
is definitely one of them. Like you don't care what he's saying, you kind of like
yeah.
it's gonna be fire. Like
It was like the scene where
it's gonna be fire.
his son gets arrested and like he walks in, he's
Hey,
like, "Where'd you get that suit?" He was like, "Yeah, I wore it for both of my
but yeah,
divorces." I was like,
yeah.
You got married in that suit, didn't you? He was like,
"Yeah."
yeah.
He's like,
And
"Twice."
and did twice. Yeah, and did twice. But anyway, we here. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has this.
What's going on with my son?
Yeah. So what's happening?
I was
So
just like,
he has this ability to capture your attention, whatever he says. So it's kind of like that. It pulls you in, no matter like what we talking about.
And
The,
I think that Helen Mirren was good too. Is like the
Helen Mirren has
main.
the same thing though. She has the
Yeah,
same thing. Like
yeah.
even
Like
when she was in
anything that she's in.
Reed and all them short
Yeah,
movies and stuff like that, if she's on the screen, you kind of just be like, okay, she's gonna pull you in because you just want to know
and then
what she's talking about.
Ben Kingsley, bro. Like he could play anything. Like
Anything, bro.
he could literally play
Anything,
any
bro.
character like you
Anything he
have.
wants to, bro.
I
Anything
remember
you want him
seeing
to.
him in Ender's Game. I remember seeing him in what's
Oh, he was in
the
it. He was
race
amazing in the
swap?
game.
What's the race swap movie that they did with Jake Gyllenhaal? But he played the Disney movie
Um,
Prince of Persia.
Christopher
Yeah,
Persia.
Ben Kingsley was in that. Like he's been in some really like dope. And he's so versatile with his acting. You don't really like that's what sold me when I saw Ben Kingsley was in. I was like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and watch this. I don't care what's going on. I'll watch it. I don't really care. When he was in Iron Man 3 as
And
Trevor.
and Trevor. And he was in
Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Trevor. So it's like
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
could he can play
Like
anything.
he wasn't even playing a similar character, so it was just like, all right. But yeah, I don't know, man. It was like it was something about this movie I just couldn't get into it. I was wanting to get into it because I like the actors. I just couldn't.
That's what it
Nothing
would
could
have put me
grasp me.
in. That would have pulled me in if they would have went to the actor's story. If they would have said like, okay, she used to get
Or at
busy
least
back in
showing
the
them
day.
doing
She was,
something. It
yeah,
was a
she
lot
was
of
really a
talking.
spy. She was a real spy back in the day. So that's why she gets busy now. He was just like, if they would have any backstory, it would have pulled me in there because I got lost off the story when they
Mhm.
started. Yeah, when they got the cop lady in, I was like, now they just looking for anybody just to do anything on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right,
Pretty
bro.
much.
On a Thursday, I'm like, all right, bro.
Hey,
Like,
hey, what you doing? You busy right
yeah,
now?
like, bro,
Come
come
here.
on,
Come here.
man. Like,
Hey,
come on, man.
they
They
would have
see the
saw Mo. They
random.
would have saw Mo drinking a soda. Hey, hey,
You didn't
hey.
flinch when you saw the dead lady
You,
on the screen. Come here, let me talk to you real quick. What? I'm from the
You,
hood. Like,
you figured you have a particular set of skills.
yeah. Let me.
you
What
look like
skills do you
you
have?
look like
because you ain't
Yeah.
Swedish.
What
you look
skills
like
do
you
you
know how
have?
people get murdered. Yeah,
Yeah. We want you
that's
to.
racist.
We want you to come. We want you to come talk to us.
that's
Come chill
that's
with us.
that's pretty racist. I don't think you can
What the
say
stuff,
that to
man.
me.
I was looking forward more into the because every time somebody asks her, and then now she know how to speak Russian or whatever. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, all
Yeah,
right, bro. She asked me, what did she do? What did she do for real? Like, I want to know now. Like, who are you, lady?
yeah. Do
Who
y'all
are
feel it
you?
was a waste of talent though?
At that, I don't want to say at that age. I think when you get to a certain experience, a certain level of experience in the movie, in movies and stuff like that, movies like this kind of keeps you employed because they can pull you in with who they are. Like it makes it kind of like just because we watched it and I saw the commercial and I said, oh, shit, they got Pierce there in it. I'm on it. I'm on it. And I think you get to a certain point there where it can just pull you in just based off who you are. I think this is one of those movies because I think with that because we all know they can act their ass off no matter how old, no matter who they are. They could have been a totally different movie. They still would have did their big one. But I just think this one was kind of like, all right, just let's get a couple of few. That's why I kind of was like, with Reed. I like Reed. I like the series Reed only because of the actor that was in it. Rest in peace, Bruce Willis. I kind of was like, let me just get pulled in because who's in the movie.
Wait,
Nigga, he not dead.
Bruce already died?
No, wait, I thought he did. I thought he passed.
Dang, man.
Nah,
I
Hey,
thought,
chill out, brother. Chill out.
Bruce Willis at this point is
no, I thought he
Steve from
did
his new.
though.
No,
Wait a minute, I
no.
thought he. Not
His
yet.
dementia's taking over.
I could, but y'all sure? I need somebody to do the Googles because I could swear I
I'm
just seen it.
positive, bro. I just saw
I would
something
have
about him
cried.
getting put in.
He's still 6 feet above, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, that's my
he
fault,
here.
Bruce.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
it's
is
maybe
still
it's
here.
something. It's probably
His
something on
condition
Facebook. That's
ain't
my fault.
his condition ain't really getting no better, but he's
Yeah,
still
I saw
kicking.
something like on seeing with his wife and his wife was
Yeah,
saying
he's
like,
here.
you know,
Yeah,
that's
he's still here.
okay. Oh, okay,
He's
all right.
still
This
here,
is
brother.
my
Dang.
fault, Bruce. Yeah, brother. Dang, I said my fault.
God, trying to take Bruce
But
out
it was,
already.
it was the fact like Morgan Freeman and Helen was in that movie, and Bruce. It was kind of like, all right, when you get to a certain peak, it's like you gonna watch it. Morgan Freeman come out with something right
So
now. We probably gonna be intrigued because it's
but I also think like once you get to like movies like this, so is there a time where you just be like, all right, like y'all gonna bring it regardless of what it is, but is this really like the movie for you? Like, and I'm like, I felt that way with a lot of Denzel's like his movies of late. Like, I loved
I
him in
agree.
Gladiator, but
I
I
agree.
hated him in the little things. Like, you
And
know,
yeah, and I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not too excited to see him in this Spike Lee joint, and I know it's gonna be dope. But this is the first time I'm kind of like you having a gunfight with ASAP Rocky. How many gunfights can you have, Denzel? Like you know what I'm saying? It's kind
uh,
of like you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see it because of Denzel. But see, I'm
but I'm
not getting
glad that's
pulled
why
in by the
they had
story.
the last Equalizer because I
I'm
was
getting
like,
pulled in.
hey
I'm
man,
not getting pulled in. So this is one of those times I'm getting pulled in by the actor, not so much the
mhm,
story, because this is not a believable story. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
seeing Denzel in the car, and I'm a huge fan of Jeffrey Wright, so it's kind of like, all right, you know what I'm saying? All right, but I'm getting pulled in not by the story, but by the actor, because this seemed like another one of those. You know what I'm saying? I think when you get to a certain peak, you can just do that and pull people in. When you get to the
yeah.
people like Pierce Brosnan, Denzel Washington,
So this movie is labeled as like a cozy mystery,
that's what it seemed like.
but
That's what it seemed like.
it seemed more boring than
It
anything.
was. It was one film.
They didn't even they could have left out the whole lady like the initial murder mystery that they were trying to solve.
Hmm.
Like they could have left that completely out the movie.
Yeah,
Like
I
they
was
had to find a way to write it in to make it relevant to the story at
Yeah.
the end.
yeah.
And I'm like, you could have you didn't need that.
And I'm like,
That made the movie two
so
hours.
because
You
I'm
could
sitting
have
there
took
like,
that out.
okay, so the lady got murdered, and you thought dude did it. That's why you offed him so many years ago, but yet and still, y'all still got this case open. That kind of like pissed me off and confused me all at the same time. So you offed the dude that you thought actually did the murder, the thing. You buried fam years ago, but yet y'all spending all
On
this
top of
time years
somebody
later.
else's coffin.
Yeah, I'm saying y'all doing it years later. The whole Thursday Club is based off this one murder that you've already took it in your hands to handle business because you offered the dude that you thought did it in the first place.
But see,
What
you
was
know
even
what's
the
crazy?
what was
Get
even the
that part
purpose of the
until I watched
whole?
this second for the second time. Like
You know what I'm
I
saying?
had
But
to watch this movie twice because
I was like, wait a minute.
I didn't get it at first.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me because she kept saying they can't find the dude, he just disappeared. The cop let him go and he disappeared. Um,
Because
and
they
he
believe the
disappeared
story.
because they believe he didn't do it. So at this point, what's even the point of keeping the case open if you thought dude did it, you did your big one on him, owned him, that should be closed case.
Yeah,
But your whole reasoning for opening this whole club, this Thursday club, was because of this one case that your people trying to solve in memory of your name, only to find out y'all already basically did it anyway. That kind of pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? It kind of was like, oh, bro, you mean to tell me that?
And then you had all the in between shit like Buddy who was trying to sell the nursing home, and
yeah,
then
that was
Yeah,
extra.
bro.
Buddy who worked for the nursing home who was trying to keep her from doing it. Did he get
Love you
clapped?
back,
Come
Key.
on, man. Love
And
you, King.
to be honest,
I did
then he
fam.
show up. Did he show up to do the consultation? Jeffrey got pissed off,
And
stormed out.
everybody got off for all total different reasons. Dude
You
got
know what I'm
off because he
saying?
wanted his passport back. He got off because he didn't want him to dig up the bones of the body. So you mean just everybody just randomly, but it's all ties back into one storyline. Come on, bro. Everybody got off for all different reasons.
And the lady was a little bit too good at drawing wee wee because why was you the only one who, you know what, don't worry about it. But anyway,
What the
because
one lady said,
she was like, you got
bring back
hit.
naked something.
Chris was like, "Hey, hold on, family. Wait a minute. Now, relax."
Oh yeah, the one
Bring
lady
back
wanted
butt
to make it
naked
men.
Uno. It's
Yeah.
It
like
was something.
he said, wait, what?
But then
We could
But
just be
then
shouting out shit now. We
old
just
girl
yeah,
happened to
shouting
look
out shit.
over and was like, "Oh, it's a nigga over here with a shovel. Let me go talk to him."
Yeah.
And then
Wait,
you know
so
what? What I did find funny was the fact that anytime they wanted information or they wanted to get something done, they always played the "we're old, so let's act old" card.
Yeah.
I came over here because I saw a hummingbird. Did you see a hummingbird?
Yeah. Get your old ass away from me. No.
All right, so now that I got your attention,
Yeah.
let's really get down to it.
Yeah, let me start speaking your native tongue real quick because now I'm an MI68.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me speak your
You're
native
like, yeah,
tongue real quick.
your mother's Polish, right?
Yeah, check this out. Let me speak your native tongue real quick because I'm just an average
She's
old
a
lady.
nun.
I'm just an average old lady that can
You know
speak.
what? You're right. I am a nun.
See, that's the thing about these podcasts, bro. You leave one way with it like, you know what, it wasn't that bad. Then you get us that discussion and shit, you be like, dumbass
Bro, I'm
movie.
trying to tell you, like,
you be like, girl, like I had
because
saw it
because
three and
at
a
one
half.
point,
I
at
saw it
one
like three and a
point I
half because of the
did like
stars, bro.
at one point I did like World of Worlds with Tom Cruise because I was just
Yeah.
like, it was funny when he threw that peanut butter sandwich at the window.
Yeah, it was.
Like it was funny when he came in and was shaking all the stuff on people's head when he threw the ball through the window.
Oh yeah.
Like it was some funny parts. Like you know what I'm saying. But then like when we actually sat down and broke it down, I was like, oh, this movie trash.
That's what I'm like, bro. Like, man, like we done that into so many damn movies, bro. You be like, after you get done watching, they be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And now I'm sitting here like, this shit just pissed me off.
Like, what?
And they've been working on the crime for
What
76
nigga do
years.
know?
They've been working on the crime for 76 years that this lady already solved, basically.
And
Why would you be
then
investigating a crime that you already done? That's like old buddy in the stupid ass jury movie. Just shut the fuck up. What did you do? Don't shut the he's guilty. Unless you gonna plead yourself, unless you gonna say, okay, I did it, so I know he's innocent. Shut the fuck like that's almost the same thing. Like, why are you
he started thinking about that jail time. That's what got him.
But
you want
what I'm saying though,
to know what pissed me off about this movie? They literally casted a lady and said, "But we just need you to lay in the bed and be asleep the whole movie."
murderer. You done off this dude, and we trying to figure out the story with the lady in the white dress. You done took matters into your own hands, but you still want to open up the files. You want to open up the
You
files
don't
on
have to move. You don't have to lift your finger. You don't get no lines. You're gonna be asleep the whole movie. But
She like, can I come out? Can I come out of coma?
They're gonna find out that you done caught a body.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And then your husband
Know
both
about
of
it, so he like,
and
oh,
then
they dig up the grave.
gonna OD both of y'all.
He gonna dig up the grave. So let me go in and just off the dude that's gonna dig up the grave, so they won't
She was
find
like-
out the story. And now
She was like, "You a chemist? You got some fit. You got 2 hefty doses of fentanyl in them syringes, don't you? Oh, what you plan to do with those? You knew
cause he
that
too
eventually we was gonna figure this shit out, and
he a
then
chemist.
you was gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and take these 2 syringes and take both of us out of the game. So
And I'm gonna put it in the drawer and leave it halfway open.
Yeah.
So it'll be obvious. so it can be obvious.
now the one thing that left me in confusion was when Buddy Ventham, when he went up there that Monday when they were supposed to start doing construction.
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of everybody doing all this yelling and protesting and shit, he just drops dead. That must have been a point where I was watching the movie like this, because I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's what happened with me. I was like, it was like I felt like Chris Tuck on Rush Hour. Who died, Lee?
So then Joyce jumped straight into action because she was a nurse and she was like, yo, man, he's bloody, he's dead. And I'm like, how?
Yeah, I
That's
don't
what
know.
I
How
did.
he died? Who clapped?
It was a few times in this movie where I did that, where I was like, hold up. Who how you wait?
How did he get clapped?
Who killed him?
And did
I
Stevie
was like
let Buddy in? Did
I was
he
like it a
let
few
him in, or
times.
did he make his way in?
I was like it a few
I
times.
don't know.
I'm like,
I come home, we playing chess with my husband. And I was
bro,
like,
I'm just,
nigga,
I'm like, you playing chess, but you know my whole life. You done solved the whole mystery, but you can't remember what you had for lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know,
now that
you
was
done solved the,
probably
you done
that was
solved the whole
probably
mystery.
my favorite part of the movie
But you know,
because
mine got to.
the
But you know what? Let me
dementia
go get some tea. Let me get some tea, G.
was kicking his ass the
Yeah,
whole movie. But
Hmm.
when he read Buddy and was like,
yeah.
based on everything that I've heard,
You killed it. Then.
But it was smooth too. He was like,
Steven didn't even say, I think you did it. He was like, no,
no,
I
because he
know
said,
you did.
and when he asked him again, he was like, "So you think I did?" Yeah, friend, I do.
I'm
Queen to
afraid
C,
so.
Queen to
Man,
E6. I was like, "What?
man, you smart. Man, you smart.
Queen to
He
E6."
read that nigga left from right. And I was like, this will be the one time where your brain is clicking on all
But
cylinders.
that's how
And
Hmm.
after
dementia works,
and I was like, and
unfortunately.
after you read this nigga, you're gonna be like,
After dementia, you don't
oh
know
shit,
because
know
your
what you
mind.
talking about.
And like I said, knowing somebody, me and close to somebody with dementia, that's what they do. They go and then it's like you don't even remember the whole conversation. You don't even know why you're having this conversation. Like, why am I even talking to him about this? What are we even talking about?
Back in
You want
'86,
some
I
tea?
had hit $1 million.
Hey, you want some tea? Yeah, like, yeah, let me get 4 cubes since the wifey ain't here.
He was
You
like,
know,
one sugar. Hold up,
hold
Elizabeth ain't
on.
here. Oh,
Oh,
four sugar. Oh, four good.
don't dose me up real quick.
Sugar
Four
me
Hey,
up.
sugar me, sugar me,
for four.
yeah, sugar me up real quick. You ain't
Make
real
my
for
shit
he didn't
sweet.
go.
Make
He
my
didn't go
shit
from
sweet,
one.
bitch ass nigga.
Bro, he didn't say one. He didn't go from 1 to 2. He didn't say 1 to 4. Nigga, dose me up. I want
But
all the sugars.
but the one and the one intricate detail that I forgot about was the fact that when Elizabeth asked him, he was like, "What'd you have for lunch today?" He was like, "Shit, I don't know." Matter of fact, hold on.
And what's crazy is I already knew the
Captain's
whole
log.
time.
I
I knew the
had
whole time, but he
spaghetti,
had it recorded.
fish, cabbage, blue cheese, and mutton. It was delicious. No, it was lovely. That was his face word. It was lovely. So when it was like, so he pretty much,
Blue cheese and
but
mutton.
how can we get him to remember? And then Elizabeth was like, he don't have to remember. This nigga records all of his chess matches.
That
Right.
way he'd know. But see, but I kind of like that part though because he was naming off every move he was doing. He was like, oh, okay, Queen to E5.
Knight to E2, Queen to
Yeah, he
E6.
was doing it every time. But now that makes sense. That's why he was doing it. Because I was like, why is he? That's why he knows how you play, which is smart, which is actually kind of brilliant. Because he's like, all right, I
Because
need
he
to
would
play
go
this
back
back.
and try to learn his opponent's strategies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
had
Like I
its
said,
good. It had its
had
good moments.
it had moments where it was clever, but it was so far and few in between those moments where it was just like some of this movie took me out. Like some of this, I was legit like, am I like zoning out? Like
Yep.
I was like, oh, then you look back, Ray Ray died. like, who killed him?
Fell out.
Who killed him?
All right. What happened?
Yeah, that was yeah. This movie felt like you was watching somebody tell a movie from the space of dementia. Cause I was like, bro,
It was
what?
just all over the place.
Then the whole time they was looking for Bobby and why was his scissors so damn loud?
I don't know. There was some hard. So you need to oil them.
Those
Like
scissors were
crunch,
super loud.
crunch, crunch.
Then you got this mysterious man just following people, just saying words to him and running off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I was just like, who is? What is this?
It made it
And
awful kind of slow.
you know. Also made me mad. You know, made me mad when they took the son to the police station. He like, well, what's your alibi? Man, ain't none of your business.
Yeah.
Well, I'm your daddy, so tell me.
He's
The
supposed to
way
be my
that
lawyer,
you get,
but
the
right now I'm
way,
your daddy.
the
Right now,
way
your
that you
daddy-
get found out that you've been sleeping with somebody else's wife is because you got arrested for possibly murdering
Yeah.
somebody. Hey, man. Hey.
My thing is though, why wait so long? As soon as they would have said you ain't got no alibi, she asked his wife. That's all alibi I need. Like, hey, listen, off top. You're not even gonna put me in handcuffs. Why am I gonna go through all this for? That was just stupid. I didn't want to tell. You told. Bitch, it was me and you. No, what you want me to do? You the one committed fidelity. I'm not
He
gonna go to
said, he
jail because
said,
you a
he
whore.
said, can you,
You
yeah,
want me to go to jail because you a
can this
whore?
be corroborated? Say, yeah,
Yeah.
she'll tell you.
Yeah, shit, though. I'm not going to jail because you a whore.
I said, man, that's
Like, oh, I'm
crazy
telling
work.
them. I'm telling them immediately.
He said, that's how I met your mom. Yeah, he did say that. I said,
Yeah, he just said. Yeah, he, he's
not
all
gonna
it's cool.
hold you.
He said,
Pierce
all it's cool.
Brosnan was funny in this. He had like some funny moments.
He said with
But
serious face. He's all it's cool, son. That's how I met your mom. Anyway, so is he good to go now? You got your proof. Let's go, son. Wrap it up.
When he had the scene where he played crazy,
yeah,
and
Hey,
with
then
the
afterwards,
police.
the detective went to the house and he
hey,
was looking
yo.
at him. He was like, "Oh shit, your tooth grew back." He was like, "Come get say what?"
He was like, oh, yeah, yeah. It's
he was like, "What
magic.
you talking
I
about?"
don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's
Like
he think it's
get out of my mouth, bro. So your
he
tooth
said
grew
it's
back.
magic. He said, oh no, it's magic.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what
Hey,
you're talking about.
yeah, no,
And,
yeah,
and apparently Joyce made some good ass cake because
Bro, she was
listen,
baking cakes like
she was
listen,
going crazy.
listen,
I
listen.
said,
Slapping cake in front of everybody. Slapping cake. Boom, cake
You
for you.
feel
hey, even even my girl who said that? Was it Elizabeth? She was like, hey, look, the cake is good and all, but I'm gonna need y'all to calm
she
down.
she
Let's get
Yeah.
this together.
They're like,
had
focus. She was
to
like,
take
focus.
shots at the cake mid meeting to be like, we need to focus.
We
Yeah,
need to
for real.
focus. Forget that upside down
And they
pineapple
over there,
cake and
they was
focus.
like, shit,
And they were like,
cake.
I mean,
like,
did you
you
taste
sure?
this? Did you taste
Yeah. You sure?
this? Like, it's fire. It's fire right
Shit,
here.
Mo for me.
Even when they
Mo
went
for
and
me.
got Pierce's son from the
Yeah,
police station, she was
she
like,
brought
yo,
a cake.
I'm gonna lead the cake though. I'm gonna lead the cake.
Make sure I eat that cake. Make sure I
How
eat
the
that
fuck they
cake.
keep making these cakes so fast?
But that's why I said, bro, and that's my problem. I wanted to like this movie. I legit wanted to like this
I
movie.
didn't dislike it's like I yeah. It's like I didn't dislike it, but I just didn't like it. You know, it's like I didn't hate it, but it wasn't what I wanted
I
it to
didn't
be.
hate it. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, it's like
Because I think it took so long to get to
yeah.
The
who started to
MacGuffin.
look to who. It took too long to get to who started to look guilty.
Right.
Because the first person that the movie paints as a suspect is when they notice that Pierce's son has a tattoo that's identical to an arm that was in a mirror reflection in the picture with old buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the girl with the weird name, the cop lady, was like, "Oh, this nigga got the boa constrictor tattoo on his arm. That looked like the same arm in the photo." So it's at that point, which is like over an hour into the movie, where it's like now they're starting to make people look guilty, so we can try to figure this shit out as the consumer. I'm just like, how did you wait so long, bro?
It wasn't Eye Hostage. It wasn't War of the Worlds. But
No, not even close.
It just wasn't. It just wasn't captivating. That's all. It just lost me. Like that's all. Like it wasn't badly scripted. It was just boring. Like, and you know it's crazy. Like the dude that directed this, like he directed Home Alone and Harry Potter. So it's like he has like like stuff in his belt. But it just, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It just wasn't. It wasn't as clever as it thought it was. That's the problem. Like it just wasn't. It wasn't clever. Like and I could like get that aspect of like Harry Potter in this because some of the Harry Potter movies are a slow burn. And I don't know, man. I really, like I said, I really wanted to like this movie more. And like I said, I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it. I wouldn't say I wouldn't watch another movie. Like if they did like a part two, I wouldn't watch another one. But I just it would be one of them things
I'm,
where it had to be on.
I'm not running home to talk about
Yeah,
it.
no.
And I might regret saying what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
But one of our other co-hosts has a
Mm-hmm.
similar gripe with a much better movie. But
What movie is this?
the fact that this movie is the prime example of all-star team but trash
Uh,
head coach.
well, I think both of our our co-hosts have that feeling because I think
But
they both don't like it.
specifically because one of the most controversial takes ever
Mm-hmm.
said
Mm-hmm.
on this
Mm-hmm.
podcast
And it's still the most controversial.
via Duke, your favorite fat person.
Uh-huh.
His one of his top three controversial takes was that Harlem Nights was trash.
And he said
But
he
but the
said
reason
Harlem
why
Nights was
Duke feel
trash.
like because the movie wasn't as good as the cast. It should have been funnier than it was because of how many juggernauts
But
was a
see,
part of
my
that.
thing was it was though. But it just depends on how you look at your comedy. For me, it was hilarious.
Absolutely.
I loved Harlem Nights, especially when was like it come somebody getting not
Like he dumb, but he can throw hands.
yeah, like
But
man,
I feel like if Duke was up here, he would say the same thing about this movie. Where looking at the cast on paper
mhm. Yeah,
would
oh yeah,
suggest that this would be a top 10 2025 release.
yeah. I think
I would agree with that. But
it's kind of you know how like when the USA team had came back for the Olympics and then they had to get a redeem team because they lost so bad.
because they got whooped
Yeah,
on.
yeah. But I don't know, man. I just it felt a lot like, oh, I'm gonna just let the cast do make the movie better than what it is. Like, you know, like the script isn't strong, but I'm gonna just let the and you can tell like some acting chops come into play, and like it's specifically with Pierce Brosnan. Like his parts weren't supposed to be that funny, but they just were. Like it was just like his delivery, you know, the way that he looked. It was just funny. But
It's like the work was done on the front end to bring in these
mhm,
heavy hitters, but then not as much work went into the back end to say, okay, well, I got top tier talent,
let's punch the
so
writing up.
I can just punch the writing up, and having these names is going to make up for it. It's going to even it out, but that's not always the case, and we've seen that happen multiple times.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have
So,
you have a lot of movies that have like crazy cast, and you just like, oh, this about to be epic, and it's not.
and then if the movie isn't as good as it's supposed to be, it's not at the fault of the people who deliver, who facilitate it,
Mm-hmm.
because they can only do what the directors and the writers give. I mean, they can improvise. You know what I'm saying? They can add a little sauce, and
Mm-hmm.
if it works, it works. But at the same time, it's like you can't write a mediocre story and then cast King Mo, Rashad, Ken, Duke, and Mika, and think, okay, well, I got popcorn in your beard on the bill. They're going to take my C plus story and make it A minus.
That's not how it works.
That's not
Like
how.
you have some people that can make a okay script better, but it's still it's still gonna be on them to make the movie better. And it's just like sometimes it's just not, you know, it's just not in the cards. And I think like for this movie, it just wasn't in the cards to be as good as you wanted it to be. Because like I love a good murder mystery. Like I feel like they focus more on the characters and less on the murder mystery. And I think like that's what it was. And then you had all this other stuff going on. You had, oh, look at this over here, and then look at this over here, and then look at this over here, versus, okay, we're focused on a murder mystery. This stuff is going on along the way, but we still focus on that murder mystery. It was like, okay, murder mystery. Okay, we're gonna turn over here, then we're gonna go that way. We're gonna turn back that way. Oh shoot, we got a murder mystery movie. we already 2 hours in. Ta-da!
It's crazy because watching this movie, in the back of my head, I was thinking about the standard that we held Glass Onion to, and how well that movie was done. And I just kind of like hung that up as I was watching this movie, and then after a while, I was just like,
yeah.
Is it trash? No. Is there room for improvement? Absolutely. If there was a two, would I watch it?
Yeah,
if I had to, but I'm not going out of my way.
I would say this movie wouldn't end up in my bottom 10, but
no.
If it did, it would be like 10. Like I wouldn't put it below 10. Like if I had to put it on a list, like it just wouldn't make a list. Like I got 10 movies that are worth this year. This year alone. I think, bro, I might have 15 movies on my
like it wasn't horrible. It just didn't hit like I thought it was gonna hit. That's the only thing. Like it wasn't like this is a horrible trash ass movie. It just was like, all right, I expect
if it came on again, like one day, I might watch it. Like if it just
that's what I said. Like I was like, it was like I'll rewatch it. Like I wouldn't tell nobody to steal nobody away from it because it just like it just didn't give me what I was looking for.
This movie is like finding out Reggie Miller's in the 3-point contest. Bet 3-point contest is for shooters. Reggie Miller's a premier shooter, but then if he goes out there and builds a brick house, it's gonna be like, I was expecting more.
It's like, okay, no. You know what it's like? It's like, okay, you got Steph out there, you got Reg, you got Ray, and then you got Jamal. And for some reason, Steph, Reggie, and Clay, they having like an off night. So Jamal end up winning, and you like, well, y'all could have kept
but
that.
That's not what that says.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him my rating real quick so I can get up out of here. I'm with the ball. We about to get up out of here, but I'm gonna give it a 3.5 only because
that's high.
I just feel like I can't give Pierce, and I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a solid 3, not a 3.5. I'm gonna give it a 3. Because I was thinking I got to get no 2. My goal when I first got on here was a 3.5 until we started talking about it. So I'm giving it a 2.5, only strictly for the actors.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.5 as well.
Yeah, I give it a 2.5 only for the actors. I was gonna give it a 3.5, but I just we got talking me out of it.
I guess I'm the villain in this one. I'm gonna get. Listen, I don't want to give it a 1.5, so I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2, but
that's only because of the actors, though, right?
It's really a 1.5 movie for me, if I'm being honest, because nothing about this movie kept me in except for the actors. So if I'm going off the strength of the actors alone, I'm giving it a 2. But it just wasn't.
It's only for the
actors. It wasn't a strong enough movie to keep me invested in it. And like a person who loves murder mysteries, this was weak. Like it was weak as far as a murder mystery movie. So yeah, if I'm going based off the strength of the actors, I'll give it a 2. But other than that, it's a 1.5 or lower for me.
You would.
So next on Tuesday, we're gonna do Jason Statham because apparently he got another job where he don't have a regular job where he just does work. He has a job where he beats people up. This man can't just go to work and just like clock in. He gotta like
save somebody's life.
I'm gonna kill all of them. Like why? You
every time, bro. Every time. Bro,
okay, so I know we're gonna talk about the movie, but brother, why do you have a pickaxe on a construction site? There's no reason. There's no reason.
I say you're not busting down rocks, nigga. Like who?
This ain't the Flintstones, brother.
I love y'all.
See you, Ken.
I love y'all. Chat, appreciate y'all always for being here, like always. Love you.
Yeah, be safe out there, bro.
Y'all son.
Don't hit no bowling balls. Listen, bro. You like to put bowling balls on kids' chests and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna be talking Jason Statham on Tuesday, the working man who don't have a regular job, but they don't really necessarily say what his job. I think he's a foreman, but he's not really.
We'll just go with that.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll just go with that.
Yeah. But we'll see y'all on Tuesday, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I really wanted this movie to be good, like better than what it was. Like I really wanted this to be a movie where I was like, oh man, I got a movie in my top 10, but it didn't grab me the way that I wanted it to.
Nah,
and like
like I said, I literally started this movie thinking, okay, Glass Onion, we got another one. Not so much.
No, it fizzled out pretty hard, and that's sad. Speaking of Glass Onion, boy, Batista has been doing his thing, bro. Like as far as like acting wise, God, man, seems like every year he at least has one. You fell asleep on the last 10 minutes?
Because the last 10 minutes was like 30 minutes.
Yeah. To get to the climax, it took an hour and 45 minutes. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, chickens, dogs, cats, elderly peoples, and twerkers, man, any fresh comeback. Anyway, we'll see y'all on Tuesday. This has been another episode of the Popcorn in Your Beard podcast. I've been your host, Rashad, aka Clorbus Horatio McWiggleton.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka Brad Lemius L. Bartholomew Dribbleheimer.
We're gonna see you on Tuesday. We gotta do a highlight reel at the end of the year with you.
Ooh, because I keep coming up with a. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah. We'll see y'all next time right here on the Popcorn in Your Beer podcast. Get some rest. Peace. We'll see y'all on Tuesday.
Before
to cut everybody off like that.
That's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man, he's a joke.
She aged like cheese.
You guys
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.